Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's AMA with VSG project. I'm Crypto Patso, your host for today, and let's discuss. We are thrilled to have our guest from VSG team with us today to discuss the AMA. And there are a few rules of the AMA before we get started. So the rules are: you have to join and follow VSG or Vector Coin on their Telegram and Twitter channels. And talking of the and if you're an investor and want some insider, go and join that too. And being talking about the reward, there are $50 reward for the best questions. So stay tuned to get all your answers, and they are very easy. And the rules of AMA are simple. There are two segments. The first one is the introductory question, which will be asked by me, the host, and the second one will where we'll explore the vector coins, vision, goals, backgrounds. And the second part is the Twitter questions, which are the second part is the live part, which where the audience will ask the question and get the reward of each question and get all their answers to the question. So stay tuned to get all your answers. So once again, welcome to all our guests to the community Crypto Axion. And can you introduce yourself to the community? What is your role in the community, your experience in the community?
Yeah, so I'm Jason Ansel. I'm the co-founder of VSC and VSG with my
Yeah.
partner here, Yan Whitaker. I come from a digital marketing background. I have over 25 years experience in that area, mostly within the entertainment sector. And I'm also a full stack developer, and blockchain's always been a big, huge hobby of mine, which eventually turned into my full-time job and business. So I transitioned from the world of marketing full-time into development, and currently putting together VSC, which is our layer 1 blockchain.
Yeah. So, okay. Thank you for that introduction. It's great to have you here. Now let's jump into the AMA and explore all the vector coin what has to offer. So the first question is, what sets VSG apart from other blockchain projects, and why should someone consider buying VSG tokens now?
I can answer to that one. So we're in a pivotal moment in our project. VSG launched back in December. Most of our community have been around since then. So they've been waiting around for the end product to finally come to fruition and get launched. Just a week or so ago, we launched our public testnet, which is going fantastic. We've got different types of developments going on there on a daily basis for the community to interact with. These guys have been sat around since December, and you guys are just hearing about this now. We're going to be looking at a launch late in September for mainnet. So it's a moment where the waiting's been done, and we're now starting to kick into top gear to move VSG forward.
Yeah, that's quite insightful explanation. It's clear that VSG has a unique value proposition in the blockchain space, especially with the innovative features you've mentioned. Now, speaking of innovation, let's talk about your transition to your own layer 1 blockchain. Sorry. Can you explain how VSG's transition to its own layer 1 blockchain, VSC, will benefit token holders?
Yeah, I can allude to that. So originally when we started out, we were building a layer 2 blockchain on Ethereum. We ended up growing our team substantially and getting some really great developers on board with us that came over from the Lunaterra and the Cosmos area. So now we've decided to kind of pivot and transition and roll out our layer 1, which is a direct competitor now to Ethereum. We have a unique $4 flat rate gas fee. We're the first blockchain to be able to solve the problem of variable gas, which is a huge technological advancement as far as I'm concerned in the crypto and blockchain space. We also have compatibility and interoperability between both Cosmos and EVM because we have the developers that came over from Cosmos. We were able to further evolve our software, and now we have scalability that we didn't have before, which is going to allow us to focus more on enterprise and DePIN and RWAs and things like that, as well as the traditional crypto and DeFi landscape.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for breaking that down. It's clear the benefits for token holders with the transition seem substantial, especially with the enhanced security and scalability you've mentioned. Let's move to the practical application of VSG's token. What are the main use cases of VSG, and how do these create value for token holders?
So the main use basically of VSG is it's the native coin of our blockchain. So any kind of transaction or any use case on our within our network, you will need to hold VSG, which obviously drives the demand and drives the price of VSG. Okay, so it's a case of the more people that we start to become knowledgeable about VSC and want to use the blockchain, then they will literally have to come. Even if they don't want to buy VSG, they've got to buy VSG to be able to integrate and use the blockchain.
Yeah, those use cases are sound impressive and definitely a lot of utility to VSG tokens. It's great to see how these applications are designed to benefit the community. Now, next, I'd like to touch on an interesting aspect, which is of your blockchain, your buyback mechanism. How does the buyback mechanism on VSC blockchain work, and how will it impact the value of VSG tokens over time?
Yeah, so because we have that flat rate gas fee, we're able to allot a portion of that to actually buying and burning tokens off of the VSG chart, which makes the token hyper deflationary. It could also do things like cause supply shock and things like that on decentralized exchanges. Currently, it's going to be deployed. The new contract we're trading right now in CoinStore. We just had a successful IEO with them. So we're launching our DEX pair on Uniswap. It's a ERC20 token. The initial launch is on the Ethereum network. So you will be able to go now, and on September 5th, when we put our DEX pair live, you'll be able to purchase the VSG token on Uniswap. And then after we turn mainnet on, you'll be migrating those tokens over to the mainnet and using them as the native coin on chain. So there's opportunity right now for traditional traders and things to accumulate while we're on the Ethereum network during our launch on September 5th.
Yeah, that's a very thought out approach. The buyback mechanism appears to be a solid strategy for supporting the token's value. Now that we've covered the buyback mechanism, let's discuss your recent CEX listing. With the recent CEX listing on CoinStore, what advantages do investors have when purchasing VSG tokens on this platform?
Yeah, so basically, it's available for trading right now after the IEO period ended. We were listed on that platform. There's a small portion of tokens that are allocated to that platform that you can go and trade on there. I believe they have different limits on how much you're able to trade and things like that based on the KYC process and things. But with the IEO, they did. We had a hard cap of 500K. We actually surpassed that, and they did 1.3 million. Obviously, those funds got refunded because it was oversold, but it just shows the amount of attention and things that we're already achieving. We listed on there pretty quickly. Their normal marketing rollout is takes a couple of weeks. We only had about a day before the IEO went live when they put it together. So from our standpoint, it was extremely successful to see the amount of participants that tried to contribute in such a short period of time. So again, with our DEX launch on the 5th on Uniswap, we expect to have a lot of excitement and a good start to launching the new contract.
Yeah, that's exciting to hear about the benefits from new investors, especially with the added liquidity and exposure from the coin store listing. Thank you for answering all my questions. Before we move into the Twitter segment, a reminder to all the audience to go and follow Vector Coin on their Telegram and Twitter. Now that we have covered the fundamentals, let's dive deep into the pre-selected questions from the audience. So the first question from the Twitter user is that can you share more details about the ongoing NFT competition? How can you participate in the to boost an investor's VSG holdings?
Yeah, so currently we have uh, a couple NFT collections that are geared towards the chain. We've launched those quite some time ago to help further development and assist with marketing efforts and things like that to grow the project over time organically and in-house without having to go to outside investment and things like that. We were quite successful. Their top tier collection, which was the Carbon collection, sold out. Its min price was 1.2 ETH. We currently have a promotion going on with our tier 2 collection, which is our green NFTs. For every green NFT that's minted prior to our DEX pair going live on September 5th, you get a bonus $100 in VSG tokens at the launch price. And every 10 green NFTs that are minted, we are holding a draw for $1,000 VSG. And some people have done the math and realized if they go and get an entire block of 10, then essentially they're getting a $2,000 worth of VSG coin when our pair goes live, which is quite a substantial amount considering the fact that it's a new launch and the projections that we have for the future and the long-term sustainability that and growth that we'll have with the coin's attachment to the layer 1.
Yeah. That sounds like a fantastic opportunity for the community. The potential to boost VSG holdings through the NFTs adds another layer to another layer of engagement. So, speaking of the future, let's talk about the long-term vision. What are the long-term goals of VSG, and how do you plan to drive demand for the token in the coming months?
Yes, currently we have several campaigns going on. We do have a PR company that's working with us, doing a lot of marketing on the Web 2 end of things. We have a Web3 team that's right now putting a lot of things in place to help us with a successful launch on Uniswap. So we have these initial things going on. We have some long-term marketing strategies with our partnerships and certain projects and IPs that we're onboarding, gearing up towards the layer 1. There's going to be a lot of different stuff going on, a lot of announcements currently, are coming out daily from our channels, and things are really picking up now that We're nearing the end of our development stage. We're going full gear into that marketing and onboarding strategy. We have a couple hackathons lined up for our public testnet, which is live right now. Any developers out there interested in coming and deploying, get in touch with us. The best place to go again is come into our Telegram. I did post it in the main chat here, so join us over there at VSG portal. Best place for you to connect and get in touch with us. We are active in the chat as developers, which you don't see a lot in communities. We're very reachable, very reasonable, and willing to listen to everyone and work with anyone who has the same kind of mindset as we do with growing and making a more secure, safer trading environment for people in the crypto space.
Yeah. So that's inspiring to hear about your long-term goals and strategies to drive demand. It's clear that the team is focused on their sustainable growth. Now let's discuss something that directly impacts user, your fee structure. So how does VSG's flat rate fee structure benefit users, and why is it so important for attracting more project to the VSG blockchain?
So you've got, with having a flat free fee structure, you've got to understand on a daily basis, like say, for example, you're trading on Ethereum and you get into a position and the gas shoots up high and you've not got enough gas in your wallet, you can't exit your trade. It gives a mindset where it's a little bit unstable. Whereas that won't happen with VSC. We have a flat rate gas fee. So for a fact, if you've got the amount for gas in your wallet, you will always be able to exit and enter trades as you please. The old way of fluctuating gas is an old crypto way of doing things. We've kind of solved the new way forward, which is obviously a stable gas fee. It gives you peace of mind knowing you can obviously enter and exit trades whenever you like, but it also opens up enterprise and business opportunities outside of crypto. Where you've got to understand from a business standpoint. If you've got a fluctuating fee, it's hard to do business with that model because you can't understand the costs throughout the year. You would never be able to project it. Whereas if you have a stable gas structure, a business can easily look at it and incorporate that into their costs if they ever do want to use blockchain. So it opens up new possibilities in the enterprise and commercial sector too.
Yeah. So, yeah, a flat rate fee structure is definitely a user-friendly approach. It seems like a smart way to attract more projects to your ecosystem. Since you are on the topic of community and users, let's talk about their role in the project success. What role does the VSG community play in the project success, and how can investors get involved and benefit from the community?
I mean, our users absolute pivotal to our success. We wouldn't be. It doesn't matter how many great things we come up with. If our community wasn't there, then we wouldn't succeed. We owe everything to our community for being loyal from day one and believing in us. And we will continue to use that outset and understand that their absolute loyalty and passion for VSG, we will make sure we return the favor and push VSG and VSC forward for them.
Yeah, the community truly is the backbone of any project, and it's great to see how VSG is actively engaging, encouraging involvement for new investors, new users. Finally, let's look ahead to some exciting developments. So, are there any upcoming partnerships or developments that potential investors should be excited about?
We have there's several partnerships right now that we're working on. Obviously, with our launch coming up, there's a lot that goes on in the background. Some of these things we really can't speak about publicly because of contractual agreements and stuff. Any announcements that we do make in regards to official partnerships, we put those out through our community. Again, where you can join us at VSG Portal in Telegram, t.me/VSG Portal. That's the best place. We have an announcement channel on there. Come and join us and learn more.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing all those insights with us today. So it was great to with all the segments we've covered so far. So let's dive into the live segment now, which will be asked by the questions, which will be asked by the community members randomly. So I would like to pick up 5 members to ask you any questions related to Vector VSG coin. So yeah, just a minute before I start with the live session. Mm. So people are raising hand. I'm just randomly picking few of them. I'm sorry. Yeah. So we have Anu here. To Anu, who can ask Anu, you can ask any question to the guest.
Hello, what are the benefits of holding VSC token as long term?
Yeah, so obviously there's a benefit to becoming a long-term holder. Our coin is based on the success of the chain over time. Being a layer one, being able to roll out layer two, layer three solutions, private networks, gearing in towards working with enterprise, infrastructure projects, that whole thing, along with the traditional crypto DeFi. We're also doing some stuff with the entertainment world. These things are all going to grow over time. They're all scalable. As our chain is successful and continues to grow, so will the success of the native coin. With the portion of the transaction fee going to buy and burn the token, making it hyperdeflationary, it creates a value proposition to drive price up and demand, creating scarcity. So there's a lot of things that we've implemented in the overall design of the entire ecosystem that allows for VSG to be successful for a long period of time. Some good examples of that is right now with our new launch, the accumulation opportunity is great because as new projects come and deploy on our chain, our coin is what is going to be used as the main currency to buy and trade those projects, to add liquidity for those projects, for different types of yield platforms, lending platforms, things like that. It's going to be the main coin that's used. So the ability to accumulate that in a number and at a price point now, you could compare it to something like being able to buy Ethereum when it was in its testing phase before it went out live. If you look at all the other successful layer ones, Solana, BNB, we all know. Look at the price of BNB right now. Binance Smart Chain, it's their native currency. Look at the price of Solana; it's the native currency. The price of Ethereum, so you can only imagine the opportunity to come here with our starting launch price with those decimals in front. It creates a lot of room for growth in the future.
Yeah. So I will move to the next question, which is Kev, you can ask your question to the guest. I
Hello,
hope.
hello, hello
Yeah,
team.
you can go ahead and ask your question.
Hello team. My question is about the giveaways and the airdrop. So, what are the current status about the airdrop activities and in the community?
Yeah, so there actually isn't an ongoing airdrop in regard to VSG. The airdrop that's taking place is for holders that were with us with our previous contract prior to our rebranding to Vector. Now that we're Vector, those holders are being airdropped one to one, and then the rest of the supply is going back in the DEX pair as it was before. So yeah, technically right now there is no airdrop. In the future, I can say with the onboarding of lots of development onto the test net, there is going to be opportunities and several projects on there that are going to be looking for users to beta test their platforms and participate in using the test net, and they might have some sort of reward project by project on that sort of basis. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities there with our test net going up and the hackathons and things that are coming in and the different projects that we're onboarding onto there. I do know right now, actually, there's a few that are going to be launching on the test net in the next week or so. And I believe one of them actually does have an airdrop attached to their user base.
Yeah, I hope all the audience is understanding Vector Coin much better now, and the live questions are quite interesting. So moving ahead, I would ask I would ask blockchain to go ahead and ask their question.
Hello, how are you? So, my question is what solutions does the Vector Coin project have to address the current market situation?
The current market situation is what it is, right? We can't predict. We're not psychics. We don't have crystal balls. What we can do is continue to build an environment for people to trade in that is safe and something that's user friendly and meets technology issues and continues to grow in that sort of standpoint. The markets are going to do what they do. They've been around since the beginning. They're evolving now with ETFs and different things and other financial big boys coming in and playing in the blockchain space. And things are going to continue to change, and we can't predict what's going to happen in the future. But we can build and we can develop and grow and create awareness and grow our community to use our technology.
Yeah. Moving ahead, I would like Yash Goel to speak and ask his question. His question. Yes, you can ask your question to the guest.
Hi, my question is, can you focus on introducing VSG, the native token of the Vector Coin project? What are the uses of highlights?
Sorry, could you just repeat that last part?
Sorry.
Could you just repeat that? I just missed that last part.
Okay, Yash, can you just repeat your questions once again?
My question is, can you focus on introducing VSG, the native token of the Vector Coin project? What are the uses of highlights?
Yeah, so just again, it's the native coin for the chain, right? It's used in every single transaction that takes place on chain. It's the initial liquidity pairs for any tokens launching on our platform. are for projects deploying. It's the coin that they got to use to deploy contracts. Any sort of payment settlements, absolutely everything is going to be utilizing VSG on the layer one. So yeah, it's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Moving ahead, uh, the next speaker is Bhavna. Can you you can ask your question?
Hey, can you hear me? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah. You are audible. You can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, so my question is, what is the initial motivation for designing the vector coin?
Well, it's something that's kind of evolved with us. Initially, like I mentioned earlier, we were developing a layer two, and it was gonna be our gas token. Now, obviously, it's evolved a little further, and having the layer one, we've basically just increased the amount of utility that the coin is going to be having, right? So we've been able to already make it something bigger than it was when we originally started rolling things out, and I'm sure as we continue to grow, so will the methodology and utilization of our token. I've had a lot of interesting conversations with people in different sectors in the real world business area and industrial complexes and things like that. So there's a lot of utilization that is going to be there for us in the future and going to allow us to continue to scale and expand.
That was the last question from the live AMA, and it was great, great to have you here. It was pleasure to learn about VSG and what's in the store for the future. So before we wrap things up, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, that's about it. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us and providing us such valuable insight. A big thank you to everyone for participating in the questions. Stay tuned for more updates from VSG and be sure to follow them on their social channels. Until next time, stay happy, take care, happy investing.
Thank you, and see you all on September 5th when we launch on Uniswap.
Yeah. All the best. Thank you.